Yes, sir. How can I help you?
I'm here for your lawyer.
Oh, I see. Have you made any reservation with us?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But this is urgent. So if it is possible, if I could get one. So right now.
Let me check with the lawyers first, okay?
Alright.
Oh, lucky you. We have one slot for this evening, but I need to inform our lawyers first. Is it okay?
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
It's really okay.
Yeah, you can have a seat first. Sir? Sir? Welcome. Please have a seat.
Good afternoon, sir. How is your day?
Just fine. Just a little bit traffic jam that always give me headache.
I feel you. It's always been like that these days.
I'm sorry you guys for this sudden session. I hope I'm not taking a lot of your time.
Oh, no worries. We are paid to do this, so it's alright. Okay, please have some tea first.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, can we start our session now?
Yes.
Okay, so my name is Abdul Hanif, and this is my colleague, Fadli. So here's our name card. This Hanif, and this mine.
My name is Izzat. I'm here on behalf of my company, Gentua Development.
Okay, for your information, sir, this session is confidential and it is protected by solicitor and client privilege. So everything that you say will not be disclosed to any other party outside. So you are free to share anything with us, sir. So any information given will enable us to assist you in the future. So we will not disclose any of your information outside of this room unless with your consent. So if we can ask you to fill in this form, just sign it. Okay. Well, now that that is done, so as for our fees, the first one is free, and any subsequent consultation with us will cost you 200 ringgit per session. So please, sir, do tell us how can we help you?
Yes, sure. So it goes like this. Our company, I mean, have a land in Selangor, around Selangor area. So we plan to develop it, but there's a bunch of people that living in there. So we plan to evacuate them from that place.
Just to be sure, sir, when you said that you own the land, you have the title for it, right?
Of course we have. I will give it to you guys later. Alright?
Okay, sure, no problem. So can we know more about the land?
Sure. So based on our legal department, they say that it is an agricultural land. So we ask the permission first from the government to develop the land with an idea to make it as a township as well as an industrial area. And yes, the government approve it. So I think there will not be any problem, right?
Yes, sir.
But the problem is that we have done some digging about this matter, and we found out that these people have already once received a license to live there.
Do you know what kind of license that they have?
I cannot recall the name, but I think I have it somewhere.
Oh, so okay, so this document is what we call temporary occupation license, or TOL in short. So the government will issue this, and it will be given for a specific purpose for only a year, and it must be renewed for every year. So here the document here is very old, and the license has already expired. So I think there should be no problem for
I
you.
see. We really need to check on that matter. But I hope that it is what have you said.
Well, even if there is a newest one, we don't think that it will be a problem for you, sir, since the land could not be given to your company if there is any license holder. And even if there is any, then the government needs to terminate the license first. So in short, once your company gain the title for that land, then no person could challenge it on the grounds of previously granted license.
Yeah. Even our law says that the land is owned by the government unless it is alienated to whom the name is registered in the title. So here in this case, your company has the title on the land. So your company is the only one that could allow a person to be there. Even the government could not do that. So unless with your company's consent, no person can be there. And if there is any, such person could be considered as an unlawful occupier or aka a squatter.
Oh, I see. But what if the squatter had been, what if let's say the squatter had been living there for many years? Would that be a problem for us?
Don't worry, sir. Our law protects the legal owner at all costs. So even if such a person has been living there for like 100 years or more, the owner still has all the rights to recover his land.
Indeed, sir. In other countries, this is called as adverse possession, where it means that one may get ownership of a land by continuous possession and occupation of that land. Usually, there was a set of time of period that is prescribed by law, but here in Malaysia, there is no such thing as adverse possession, and there is no law that prohibits the legal owner of the land from reclaiming that land even after a long period of time. So instead, there is law in Malaysia where a positive one that tells by continuously living on the land, it shall be no reason to bar the owner from reclaiming the land.
Thank God for our very thoughtful law.
Well, Mr. Izzat, if I may ask a question, how long has your company knew about these quarters?
I'm not very so sure about that matter. I just found out about it this morning. That's why I was told to come here. Is that a problem? Will that be changing the situation for our company? At first, I thought the law will be on our side.
Well, not at all, sir. It is just that if your company has any prior relationship to the squatters, then there is a need for us to be a little bit cautious. So, if there is any contract that has been made between you and the squatters previously, then we advise you to follow the contract, and we will also advise you accordingly following the contract, but we need to examine the contract first. So, if there is no contract that has been made between you and the squatters, then a verbal promise or assurance by your company can also affect the situation.
Oh, I really do not have any information about that earlier. But can I reconfirm about that later with you guys?
Sure, no problem. See that.
But one more thing. I understand your concern about the contract part. But can you tell me more about the verbal contract? Because I thought at first that verbal contract is not a good contract.
So if I may answer your question, so generally it is not a valid contract, but such promise may influence the squatters and make them into believing that they have rights into the land. So if there is any, it may give them a legitimate claim to your land.
Ah,
Well, don't worry, sir. We assure you that we can help you on this matter, but we just need a little bit more information on this matter from your side.
if there is none, is it good, right?
Yeah, if there is no contract between the company and the squatters, then it will be good news.
So are there any other things you wish to share with us, or is there any other concern?
I don't think there is any more. But I would like to know any action that was could that can be made to take over the land again from the squatters.
Yeah, sure. There are indeed a few methods that can be followed to repossess the land. And as far as the information that were given to us by your side, we are sure that laws are on your side. But since there is some information that we still have no knowledge about, we could not give you full advice on that matter. So we will give one when we have acquired the information, and you can email or post to us the information via email or address on the name card that we have given earlier.
I see. So I think that will be for now. Later I will email all the required details to you guys. Thank you very much.
No problem, sir. So please take your time. Later we will give you a follow-up and a further advice as soon as we got it. So okay, I think that's all for today.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank
Thank
you.
you guys. Thank you guys.
We will walk you up. Sir Najib, can we come in?
Yes, Hanif and Fadli.
Yep. What's the matter?
We have a few questions we want to ask you.
Okay.
So, yeah, proceed, please.
Okay, so previously we had a client where they stated that their company have a land and wishes to use it as a development. But unfortunately the land was occupied by squatters, so they want us to help them recover the land. This is a bit of the information that we get from the consultation.
I see. What that matter. So, how do you guys plan to settle this?
So we think the best way is would be by following Order 89 of the Rules of the Court 2012 for owner to claim possession of land.
I see. But for that, the squatters must not be a squatter simpliciter. Are they?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes, they had granted TOL before this. However, following the case of Buhari bin Taib, it is highly probable that this case should be brought to full trial.
I do think it would not be a problem if we try to use the order. If you're lucky enough, maybe the court just approve of it because the law on this matter are well established. Wait, how about the TOL? It is still a valid one?
Well, actually, it has expired years ago, so I do believe that there is no problem in that.
Indeed. I'm afraid if TOL is still a valid one, in that case, the action should be brought to the government for the negligence and not to the company. Have you made confirmation with them if there's any agreement between the company and squatters?
Positive, sir. So we had inquired about this and they told us that they never made any kind of contract with them.
Then Equitable Stable will never have anything to do with this case. That's a good news, bro.
But we also just found out that they had known this for 15 years, but no action for them. I'm worried if this could be considered as indirect approval from the company for them to stay.
Actually, there is no problem in this situation. There are a few cases touching on this matter. If I'm not mistaken, one of them is Uda Sentosa. Do you read this case? That case concerning government as the landowner, but I don't think it would make any difference to us.
Okay, I'll do more reading on this matter later on. Thank you, sir.
So, Sir Najib, should we advise them on laws on adverse possession?
There should be no harm in this, including that. Make sure to include locus classicus like Sidat case and Buhari case, section 48 and section 425, subsection 1 to make it clear it is well established law to assure them. By the way, please remind them not to take any action with their own hand. It is very dangerous, and please list down all the alternatives other than Order 89 like trespass or penal code, etc. Yeah?
Alright.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.